afternoon, Dr. Qasmi. Can you hear us?
Qasmi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome
Good afternoon,
to this
good
program.
afternoon.
Thank you so
Santosh
much.
ji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
हेलो जोशी जी, सब ठीक है?
सब
जी।
बढ़िया खैरियत।
इसी बहाने दर्शन हो जाते हैं।
ये पीएचडी चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स को सारा क्रेडिट है सब।
बिल्कुल। और सब ठीक है? हेलो जी जी। हम्म 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 हम्म। हाँ, इसको क्या कर सकते हैं? ये तो मतलब कि जो पोस्ट निकलेगी उसे कर सकते हैं। मतलब क्रिएशन ऑफ पोस्ट होगी स्टेट में, सेंटर में, तभी तो निकलेगी। हम्म हाँ, हम्म हम्म
Welcome, sir.
प्रदीप
Good
जी नमस्कार।
afternoon. Good afternoon, President, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून जोशी जी, नमस्कार। कास्मी
नमस्कार
साहब
सर,
बिजी
नमस्कार।
हैं? कास्मी
नमस्कार
साहब
सर।
आदाब
सर,
जी।
सर
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार नमस्कार सर, बहुत बढ़िया लग रहे हैं आप।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार डॉक्टर राजीव राय, कैसे हैं?
बढ़िया बढ़िया सर।
राजेश जी नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून।
नमस्ते जोशी जी, नमस्ते डॉक्टर काश्मी।
हाँ नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार। चलो भारत की।
So we are just waiting Professor Asim Ali Khan sahab to join. I think he'll be joining another 1 or 2 minutes, sir.
डॉक्टर गजला जी ने भी ज्वाइन कर लिया। डॉक्टर गजला जी, गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
गुड इवनिंग मैडम।
Welcome, Dr. Ghazala.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
अपने त्रिगुणा जी भी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, ऑडियो उनका हो रहा है।
मैं सर के ऑफिस से चेक करती हूँ अभी, है ना? डीजी सर के ऑफिस से।
जी।
नहीं, वो नहीं, वो एक चाहिए था, वो दे दिया। ये हम लेके वापस जाएंगे। अपने भाई रख लियो, ये भी रख ले, एक ये भी रख ले।
करना पड़ेगा ना।
त्रिगुणा जी ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है, सर। नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार नमस्कार।
देवेंद्र भाई नमस्कार सर।
बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपका।
नमस्कार सर। नमस्कार नमस्कार।
हमारे देवेंद्र भाई हमेशा आयुर्वेदा, यूनानी
जी जी।
सबको प्रमोट करने में लगे हुए हैं।
ये तो
संतोष जी,
दोनों के आदमी हैं।
आप हैं डॉक्टर काजमी साहब?
जी, ये तो दोनों के आदमी है सर।
बिल्कुल जी, बिल्कुल। और मैं और मेरे बड़े भाई हैं, तो हम भी उनके नक्शे कदम में चलते हैं।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो बहुत ही बढ़िया है। हमको इस समय वो कहते हैं ना, गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है, हम सिस्टम को आगे लेके चलें
जी
और
बिल्कुल
आगे
सर।
सिस्टम बढ़ेगा 100%।
नहीं सर की जो है पैटर्नाइजेशन हमेशा रहता है, बहुत अच्छा है।
जी जी।
आप भी इसमें लगे ही रहते हैं सिस्टम के लिए। सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार काश्मी जी।
नमस्कार।
We'll just be starting in 1 or 2 minutes. I think once Professor Saab joins, we'll start. Sir, we just spoke to his office. In another 2 minutes, he's joining.
Excellent. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून। मेरी बात हुई है सर, अभी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं।
जी जी, हमारी भी बात हुई थी गजाला जी। वी आर जस्ट वेटिंग। Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the webinar, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Asim
Thank you
sir,
so
good
much for
afternoon.
joining. President sir, the DG has joined. Professor Asim Ali Khan sahab has joined.
Please join. Professor Saab, good evening to
Namaskar,
you.
namaskar, sir.
Namaskar
Very good
ji.
afternoon.
Please join Nasir ji.
Shall I start, sir?
Please, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all the dignitaries and the delegates present for this one in the series of Ayush webinars which PhD Chamber along with AMAM has been doing for the last 1 year, and we have got a very good response, sir. A large number of people have been participating. We have got good response from the ministry, and has been supported by AMAM throughout our webinars. And this webinar is actually on the global prospect of Unani medicine system of medicines, which is obviously making an international mark throughout, because it has been is providing solution and medical solution to the problems, to the health problems which are not addressed by the normal allopathic system of medicine. So that is why Unani system of medicine is gaining quite importance, and that is how and why we are here to discuss about the global prospects of Unani system of medicine. We are joined by Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahab, the Director General CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining our webinar. We are joined by our very special guest, Padma Shree, Padma Bhushan Devendra Triguna ji, the patron of AMAM, and a very kind supporter of PhD's initiative. And he's also the patron of All India Ayurvedic Congress and Ayurveda Mahasammelan. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us, sir. He has been a guiding force in all our webinars and seminars. Thank you so much, Devendra Triguna ji. Then we are also joined by Dr. N.A Qasmi, the advisor for Unani, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. We are also joined by Dr. Mohammed Khalid, who will his assistant drug controller. We are still waiting that he'll be joining. Amit, if you can kindly check whether sir has joined or not. And also joined by Dr. Ghazala Javed, research officer, Unani, and scientist from CCRU, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. And of course, our president, Mr. Pradeep Multani ji, the president of PHDCCI, also joined by Dr. Rajiv Rai, the chair of Ayush Committee of PhD Chamber and the head research Dabur India Limited, and also Dr. Santosh Joshi, co-chair Ayush Committee and the SGM of Hamdard Laboratories. So now we would like to formally invite our president, Shri Pradeep Multani ji, to present a formal welcome address, this meaningful webinar, and set a tone of the discussion for this webinar, sir. Over to you, sir, President.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamal. A very good evening to all the esteemed participants. On behalf of PhD Chamber and AMAM, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahab, Director General CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, and our special guest, Dr. N.A Qasmi, Advisor Unani, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, and Padma Bhushan, Padma Shree, Devendra Triguna ji, patron of AMAM, All India Ayurvedic Congress and Ayurveda Mahasammelan. I would also like to welcome our today's eminent speakers for the discussion, Dr. Mohammed Khalid, Assistant Drug Controller, Unani, Directorate of Ayush, Government of NCT of Delhi, Dr. Ghazala Javed, Research Officer, Unani Scientist, CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. We also have with us Dr. Rajiv Rai, Chair, Ayush Committee and Head, Dabur Research Foundation, Dabur India Limited, and Dr. Santosh Joshi, Co-Chair, Ayush Committee and Senior General Manager, R&D, Hamdard Laboratories, India, and today's session moderator, Dr. Nasir Jamal, Secretary, PhD Chambers. Ladies and gentlemen, PHDCCI has been working as a catalyst for the promotion of Indian industry, trade, and entrepreneurship for the past 117 years. It is a forward-looking, proactive, and dynamic pan-India apex organization. As a partner in progress with industry and government, PhD Chamber, with a special focus on MSMEs, works at the grassroots level with strong national and international linkages for propelling progress, harmony, and integrated development of the Indian economy. PhD Chambers reaches out to more than 150,000 companies, mainly small, large companies. We are also working with the leading Ayurveda Association, AMAM, who have been working with us all throughout for promoting both the Ayurveda as well as the Unani systems. Unani system of medicine is a great healing art as well as science. It treats a person as a whole, not as a group of individual parts. It is aimed at treating body, mind, and soul. The Unani system of medicine offers treatment of diseases related to all the systems and organs of the human body. The treatments for chronic ailments and disease of skin, liver, musculoskeletal and reproductive systems, immunological and lifestyle disorders have been found to be highly effective and acceptable by masses. Unani healing is vibrant and vigorous today and is being practiced, taught, and researched under its local names in over 20 countries, including Afghanistan, China, India, Canada, UK, and USA. India has accepted it as one of its original traditional healthcare system and has given it official status. The World Health Organization has recognized the Unani system of medicine as an alternative system to cater the healthcare needs of the human population. Unani is one of the most well-known traditional medicine systems and draws on the ancient traditional systems of medicine of China, Egypt, and Iraq. Today's fast lifestyle, lack of exercise, stressful workload, odd eating habits have led to increase in various diseases affecting the population, which can be adequately handled by a Unani practitioner. Those who are interested in pursuing Unani medicine as a career should have good memory, stamina, patience, power of concentration, self-motivation, emotional stability, logical and analytical mind, eagerness to learn all through their career, and ability to take timely decisions. It has been often seen that people with weak immune system sharing the same living habits in an area are more susceptible to diseases as compared to the people with strong immune system. In this system, more emphasis is given to strengthen the immunity status of the patient in order to make body's resistance more strong. The Unani system of medicine diagnoses and treats the patients as a whole, looking into their overall physical, mental, and spiritual aspects. There is no doubt that Unani system of medicine has been accepted worldwide because it is affordable, easily accessible, free from severe side effects, and with proven efficacy. It is a need of the hour to establish herbal strategies in order to support the Greco-Arab medicine globally. I'm in an opinion that the Unani system has an exceptional potential to become a global healthcare system, and it has to be strengthened worldwide by the efforts of government health policymakers and agencies to ensure its overall upgradation, standardization, and improvement in order to provide a promising medical healthcare system in the current challenging diseases. Today, we have eminent dignitaries on Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, and Directorate of Ayush, Government of NCT of Delhi to deliberate on the significance and global prospects of Unani system of medicines. On behalf of PhD Chamber, I once again welcome you all and seek your active participation on this important discussion. Thank you. Jai Hind and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, sir, for deliberating on the importance of Unani medicine and setting the tone for whole discussion. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now I would request the chair of our Ayush Committee, Dr. Rajiv Rai, to share his industry remarks on this subject. Over to you, Dr. Rajiv Rai.
So thank you, Nasir ji, and परम आदरणीय पद्म भूषण त्रिगुणा जी, सादर नमस्कार आपको
जी। नमस्कार
प्रोफेसर आसिम अली जी, DGCCI, Dr. Qasmi, advisor Unani, Dr. Khalid, Dr. Ghazala, RO, CCRUM, respected Multani sir, Dr. Joshi, my friend, and other participants. I welcome you all on this platform and in this webinar, which is going to be done on the forum of PhD Ayush Committee. So first of all, I'm very happy that we are going to cover all the important aspects of the Ayush partners. And we have already done many webinars and seminars on the aspects of homeopathy, Ayurveda, and now we have covered the important topic of Unani also. So we are going to discuss about the prospects of the Unani at the global level. So I'm not an expert in the area of Unani, but as per my knowledge, which is there with the reading of different web series, web items, and books and various other things which are available on online and in different books, I can say that Unani is already having different medicines which are very effective, especially for the vitiligo, psoriasis, chronic kidney diseases, and in case of hepatitis. I'm aware that a very specialized center somewhere in South, perhaps it is there in Chennai only, that there we are having the treatment for the, especially for the psoriasis and vitiligo, and that treatment is very effective. So it is proven that Unani system is already having very effective medicine, which is already traditionally getting used by the physician with the proven results. And if we go through the history of the Unani, we can see that the Unani system of medicine is already having its ancient roots in the countries like China, Egypt, Syria, Iran, Iraq, and in India also. So we can say that the Unani medicine is already having its roots in CIS countries, GCC countries, MENA countries. So a lot of global prospect is already available, and it is well recognized and acceptable in various countries. So if we are going to discuss here for the further prospects and how to generate more prospect globally in the field of Unani medicine. So my suggestion would be that we have to generate more and more data for the efficacy part of the Unani medicines, so that we can provide the solution to the customer with a reproducible result. And just by providing the solution which is going to have the guaranteed effect, we can change the impact and perception of any medical system. So this will be the my conclusive remark, that we have to generate more and more data, and the existing the acceptance and the perception of Unani is already there in a lot of countries. So already prospects are there in many of the countries globally, and we can generate more. So thank you to the team of the PhD, which is there involved in the organization of these kind of webinars and seminars. So I especially would like to thank Dr. Nasir Jamal, Amit Patwal, and the PHDCCI team for participating and arranging this seminar and taking all the pain. And I would request all the participants to make this session more interactive. They should raise their question and queries on this forum, so that the session can be made more interactive and knowledgeable. Thank you, Dr. Nasir.
Thank you, Dr. Rajiv Rai. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the subject of webinar, this Unani medicine going global. You rightly said that that the Unani system of medicine has a long history, and it has its global presence across Asia and other parts of the world also. Let me once again reiterate the invaluable support of AMAM in making this series of webinars on Ayush, on Unani, on Ayurveda possible. And they have been helping and giving invaluable support to PhD Chamber to organize such brainstorming sessions. And also, we would like to thank our President, sir, once again, who has been guiding us to organize these webinars for the industry. Thank you, sir. इसके बाद मैं निवेदन करता हूं हमारे पद्म भूषण वैद्य देवेंद्र त्रिगुणा जी से कि अपना वो हमारे साथ अपने विचारों को प्लीज प्रकट करें और शेयर करें. हमारे जितने भी डेलीगेट्स हैं यहाँ प्रेजेंट सर, उनके साथ काइंडली आप अपने विचार शेयर करें सर यूनानी मेडिसिन के लिए.
जी नमस्कार
जी.
सर नमस्कार. जी नमस्कार आदरणीय प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी, डॉक्टर असीम अली खान जी, DGCCRUM, यूनानी के एडवाइजर, हमारे डॉक्टर कासमी जी, डॉक्टर राजीव राय जी, डॉक्टर जोशी जी, डॉक्टर गजाला जी, डॉक्टर खालिद जी, विवेक सहगल जी और अमित जी. पहले तो ये कि बहुत अच्छा प्रयास है ये पीएचडी चैम्बर्स द्वारा, ये आयुष के ऊपर आयुष कमेटी जो है, मैं उनको धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि हम डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर लेके आ रहे हैं पूरे उसमें, और इसका प्रभाव ना कि देश में पूरे विश्व में जा रहा है। ये जो सब्जेक्ट लिया है यूनानी का ग्लोबलाइजेशन तो बहुत पहले से हो रहा है, लेकिन अब डिपार्टमेंट ने इसको जब से और प्रमोट किया है, विशेष करके जब से प्रधानमंत्री हमारे मोदी जी ने, हमारी मिनिस्ट्री ने, हमारे डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ आयुष ने, हमारे मंत्री जी ने, सोनेवाल जी, और हमारी सेक्रेटरी विशेष करके कोटेचा जी ने जितना प्रमोट किया है पूरे आयुष सिस्टम को, जहां हम आयुर्वेद की बात करते हैं वहां यूनानी तो साथ ही होती है, तो इसलिए उसमें कोई दोनों में कोई ज्यादा भेद नहीं है। मेरा अपना मानना है कि यूनानी सिस्टम पब्लिक में और समाज में काफी प्रचलित है, और लोग वैद्य को भी पूरे नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में तो हकीम ही बोलते हैं, तो इसलिए हकीम और वैद्य में कोई ज्यादा विशेष फर्क नहीं है। लेकिन जब हम ग्लोबलाइजेशन की बात करते हैं तो हमको ये जरूर ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि हमको एक अच्छा स्तर पे पूरे विश्व में इसको लेके जाएं। बहुत सारे कंट्रीज में यूनानी का जो है प्रभाव है, और एक ये भी मेरा मानना है कि एक इस पे बहस होनी चाहिए कब यूनानी सिस्टम भारत से पूरे विश्व में जा रहा है, ना कि यूनान से इंडिया में आ रहा है। यूनान में जहाँ से यूनानी का नाम लिया जाता है वहां तो यूनानी है ही नहीं, तो इसलिए ये भी एक डीजी साहब से, एडवाइजर साहब से मैं कहना चाहूंगा इस यूनानी को भी अब इसको भारतीय यूनानी या क्या शब्द देना चाहिए, इसके बारे में भी एक थोड़ा सा चर्चा जरूर होनी चाहिए किसी न किसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष में या जब जगह, ताकि जो हमारे यूनानी के विद्वान बताएं कि इसमें कैसे हो। दूसरा मेरा ये मानना है कि जब यूनानी को हमको ज्यादा पॉपुलर करना है मेडिसिन के रूप में देश में पूरे विश्व में, तो हमारे जो ग्रेजुएट हो, जो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट हो, हमारे कॉलेजेस के अंदर हमारे जितने ग्रेजुएट हो उनको इतना अच्छा सिखाया जाए यूनानी के चिकित्सा के बारे में, उनको एजुकेशन के बारे में, ताकि जब वो पास करके वहां से निकले तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो यूनानी की चिकित्सा करें, और अपने आप को हकीम कहें, अपने आप को चाहे डॉक्टर कहें, लेकिन हकीम कहने में अपने को फख्र महसूस होना चाहिए। और हकीम शब्द से आदमी की प्रेस्टीज, जैसे वैद्य के कहने से समाज में प्रतिष्ठा बढ़ती है, ऐसे हकीम शब्द कहने से भी मेरी राय में प्रतिष्ठा बढ़ेगी। और जहां यूनानी की ग्लोबलाइजेशन की बात आती है, उसमें मैं नाम लेना चाहूंगा हमदर्द यूनिवर्सिटी का। बड़े हकीम साहब थे, उन्होंने यूनानी को ना कि देश में पूरे विश्व में वहां से उन्होंने उसका प्रचार किया, और आज उसकी असल उम्मीद है जिस प्रकार वो मेहनत से यूनानी को देश में विश्व में लेके जा रहे हैं, मैं उनकी भी तारीफ करता हूँ कि वो बहुत लगे हुए हैं। और असल वही जी हमदर्द कंपनी की तरफ से उसमें वहाँ उन्होंने कॉलेज भी है, उनका यूनानी कॉलेज भी है हमदर्द में, तो उसमें भी उस बारे में भी काफी प्रचार हो रहा है। तो मैं असल वही जी से भी कहूँगा कि यूनानी को अपने हमदर्द के माध्यम से ना कि देश में पूरे विश्व में इसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रचार करें, उच्च क्वालिटी की मेडिसिन बनाएं ताकि इसका ज्यादा प्रचार हो। यही एक तरीका है कि जब अच्छी मेडिसिन बनेगी तो लोगों को उससे अच्छा प्रभाव होता है, लोगों को अच्छा उससे फायदा होगा, तो उसकी ना कि देश में पूरे विश्व में उसका सेल भी बढ़ेगी, हमारा यूनानी का नाम भी होगा। और आयुर्वेद और यूनानी मिलकर सारे देश में पूरे विश्व में एक अल्टरनेट सिस्टम जिसको वो बोलते हैं, हम उसको अल्टरनेटिव नहीं बोलते, लेकिन एक मेन स्ट्रीम में हम पूरे देश में आ पाएंगे। और बड़ी ही प्रसन्नता की बात है कि जामनगर के अंदर ग्लोबल सेंटर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन का बनाया, जिसमें आयुर्वेद, यूनानी, होम्योपैथी सब है। तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात हुई है हमारे भारत के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी द्वारा। हम सब ने देखा वहाँ जाके जामनगर में किस प्रकार कितना बड़ा वो फंक्शन हुआ और उसका सेंटर का उद्घाटन हुआ। मैं उसमें भी सरकार को बधाई देता हूँ, अपने डिपार्टमेंट को, विशेष करके वैद्य राजेश कोटेचा जी को, जिस प्रकार वो डिपार्टमेंट में लगे हैं। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं पीएचडी चैम्बर का विशेष करके बधाई देता हूँ प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी को। इस पूरे एक साल से जब से अध्यक्ष बने हैं, वो हर हफ्ते कुछ ना कुछ प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, पूरे देश के अंदर सब जगह जा रहे हैं। मैं उनको भी बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ जिस प्रकार वो लगे हैं। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद पद्म भूषण वैद्य देवेंद्र ट्रिगुना जी, आपने अपने विचार जो पेश किए हमारे समक्ष। और आई थिंक आपने सर ये बात बहुत सही कही कि सबसे पहले हमें अपने घर में ही हमारे जो वैद्य और हकीम का आदर बढ़ाना चाहिए। जिस तरह से हम एक एलोपैथिक डॉक्टर की इज्जत करते हैं हमारे समाज में, सेम लेवल पे या उससे ऊंचे दर्जे का हमें को आदर मिलना चाहिए, तभी हमें ग्लोबल प्रॉस्पेरिटी या ग्लोबल जो हमारी इंस्पिरेशन है वो पूरा कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद सर। Now we would request our chief guests for this webinar Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahab, the Director General of CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly share his vision and thought on the subject of globalizing the use of Unani system of medicine. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nasir Sahab. Am I audible, I hope?
Yes, sir, very much. Very much.
Okay. हमारे माननीय and very respected Padma Bhushan and Padma Shree, Vaidya Devendra Triguna Sahib, who is the patron of Imam and president of All India Ayurvedic Congress as well as the Ayurvedic Mahasammelan. The person who has been hand-holding not only the Ayurvedic people but all sciences of Ayush, and we're very thankful to you, sir, that always you have been very motivating and hand-holding and guiding force for the Unani fraternity as well. So thank you very much for that, sir. Dr. N.A Qasmi Sahib, my colleague, is an advisor from Ministry of Ayush. Dr. Multani Sahib, the President, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Sakir Dalmia Sahib, the Senior Vice President. Mr. Sajeev Agarwal Sahib, the Vice President, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Shree Sanjay Agarwal ji, who is the immediate former President, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And Dr. Rajiv Rai Sahib, we were hearing him, the Chair Ayush Committee. Dr. S.P.S. Bakshi, Co-Chair Ayush Committee. Mr. Jitendra Sodhi, who is the co-chair of Ayush Committee. Our colleague, Dr. Santosh Joshi, who is the co-chair again from the Ayush Committee of PhD Chamber of Commerce. Dr. Mohammed Khalid Sahib, who is Assistant Drug Controller, Unani, Directorate of Ayush, Government of NCT of Delhi. My colleague, Dr. Ghazala Javed ji, friends from industry and dear participants. Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon to all of you. I think before I enter into the dialogue, first of all, as I just always appreciate and always speak this way, that our very wonderful and a very great leader of Ayurveda and Ayush in general, if I could say that way, that हमारे माननीय Devendra Triguna Sahib, he was speaking about the Unani system of medicine and how it could be globalized. मुझे लगता है कि जो पॉइंट्स आपने फरमाए वो सारे पॉइंट बहुत ही रेलेवेंट हैं, और ये आज नहीं बल्कि जब भी हम मिलते हैं और जितने प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर हमारी बात होती है, आप ये सारी बातें कहते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि जो ये पॉइंट है कि यूनानी मेडिसिन का हिंदुस्तान से अब सारी जगह पर फरोग हो रहा है और हिंदुस्तान उसका एक लीडर है वर्ल्ड में यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन का। हालांकि यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन बाहर के मुल्कों से तकरीबन 1200 साल हो गए उस बात को कि जब ये हिंदुस्तान में आई, और उन जगहों पर थी, लेकिन जहां पर बुनियादी तौर पर यूनान में है वहां आजकल इसका कोई इसको नहीं प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, इसका रिकॉग्निशन नहीं है। ईरान में इसकी प्रैक्टिस होती है, दूसरे और कई सारे ममालिक में मुख्तलिफ नामों से इसकी प्रैक्टिस होती है, कई और मुल्कों में भी हिंदुस्तान के माध्यम से ये गई है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल साउथ अफ्रीका में इसका फरोग हुआ है। तो मुझे लगता है कि चूंकि हिंदुस्तान इसमें एक वर्ल्ड लीडर है और अब तमाम जितना स्ट्रक्चर और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और जितना ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन का हिंदुस्तान में है और पूरी दुनिया में कहीं पर नहीं है, तो ये बात जरूर है कि इस बात पर विचार होना चाहिए और इस बात पर बिल्कुल डिबेट भी होनी चाहिए, अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप होनी चाहिए कि हम इसको कैसे अपने मुल्क की तरफ से इसके साथ किसी नाम को जोड़ सकते हैं, यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन के नाम को, ताकि इसमें हिंदुस्तान का जो हमारा इस कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो रोशनास हो, अंडरस्टैंडिंग उसकी लोगों को पैदा हो और उस जरिए से लोग इसको अच्छे तरीके से अंडरस्टैंड कर सकें। ये बात बिल्कुल सही है। दूसरी बात आपने फरमाई कि जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, मैं भी इस बात को कहना चाह रहा था कि जो हमारे कॉलेजेस हैं, अब चूंकि नेशनल कमीशन ऑफ इंडियन सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन बन गया है और देव पुजारी साहब और उनकी टीम उसमें बहुत खातिर मेहनत कर रही है और बहुत ज़्यादा काविशें कर रही है, तमाम चीज़ें स्टैंडर्ड प्लेटफॉर्म्स के ऊपर आ गई हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि जो जिम्मेदारी जहाँ पर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष के और उसके इंस्टीट्यूशंस की है बराह रास्त, वहाँ पर जो कॉलेजेस हैं, चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस हों, चाहे वो सेमी गवर्नमेंट के कॉलेजेस हों, चाहे वो प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस हों, उनके ऊपर एक बड़ी जिम्मेदारी आयद हो गई है कि वो अपने जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन में ट्रेन करें और अच्छे से ट्रेन करें, साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट वहाँ पर लाएं और सरकार की उसमें जो पॉलिसीज हैं, अब तो आप देखें अगर यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन के माध्यम से नहीं बल्कि मैं तमाम साइंसेस की जो आयुष की हैं, अगर आप वेबसाइट पे जाएं आयुष मिनिस्ट्री की और आयुष मिनिस्ट्री को फॉलो करें, ऐसे सैकड़ों ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, कोई ऐसा सेक्टर नहीं है जिसको हम छोड़ रहे हों। और मैं इसमें मुबारकबाद देता हूं जहां हमारे वजीर आजम जनाब नरेंद्र मोदी साहब को कि आपके लीडरशिप में और हमारे दोनों वज़रा, हमारे सोनोवाल साहेब और महेंद्र भाई जी, और सिमिलरली हमारे सेक्रेटरी साहब जिनका बहुत ज़्यादा डायनेमिक रोल इसमें है। ऐसे सैकड़ों ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, मल्टी डायमेंशनल मल्टी फैसेट प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जिनके ऊपर काम हो रहा है। तो मुझे लगता है कि जो हमारी यूनानी की फ्रेटर्निटी है, चाहे वो हमारे कॉलेजेस में हो या इंस्टीट्यूशंस में हो या रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में हो या हमारे प्रैक्टिशनर्स हो, वो सबको चाहिए कि वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष की जो फंक्शनिंग है और जो उसकी कारकर्दगी है और जो दूसरी चीज़ें हैं उसको वो फॉलो करें ताकि उससे फैज़याब हो सके और यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन को बढ़ावा दे सके। तो ये बात मैं यहाँ पर कहना चाहता हूँ। हमारे प्रदीप मुल्तानी साहब ने यूनानी के बारे में काफ़ी चीज़ें बताई, राय साहब ने काफ़ी चीज़ें बताई, तो मुझे लगता है कि मैं उस चीज़ के ऊपर मज़ीद नहीं अब टिप्पणी करूँगा। आपने हमदर्द की बात करी, हमारे माननीय त्रिगुणा साहिब ने। हमदर्द का वाकई इसमें बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, और जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है एज ए यूनिवर्सिटी और एज ए यूनानी कॉलेज और एज ए यूनानी इंडस्ट्री, बहुत उसके कंट्रीब्यूशंस हैं। मुझे बहुत अच्छे से अंदाज़ा है, जो कि मेरा वहाँ से ताल्लुक़ है, कि हमदर्द में जो इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पर आते हैं वो एक ऐसे एम्बेसडर्स बन गए हैं पूरी दुनिया में हिंदुस्तान की कल्चर को और हिंदुस्तान की अक्कासी करने को, कि उनके ज़रिए से वहाँ 200 से 300 करीब स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, और यूनानी इंडस्ट्री को भी वो बहुत अच्छे से समझते हैं। उनका यूनानी इंडस्ट्री में खासकर गाजियाबाद में या मनेसर में वो जाते हैं, बीच बीच में उनके टूर्स होते हैं। और यूनानी स्कूल जो वहाँ पर है, स्कूल ऑफ यूनानी मेडिसिन और मेडिकल रिसर्च, वहाँ पर बहुत सारे कंट्रीज़ के स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पर तालीम पाते हैं, और उनमें मुझे अंदाज़ा है कि वो नाइजीरिया हो, लीबिया हो, नाइजीरिया हो, ईरान के बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पे होते हैं, सूडान के बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, मैक्सिको के स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पे होते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि वो भी मलेशिया के स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पे हैं। तो वो एक ऐसा सेंटर है जहाँ से यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन का सिर्फ हमारे देश में फरोग हो रहा है, बल्कि वो एम्बेसडर्स बनते हैं और दुनिया भर के अंदर यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन को और हमारे हिंदुस्तान की सभ्यता और कल्चर को और यहाँ की चीज़ों को बाहर हमारे एज एन एम्बेसडर के तौर पर काम करते हैं। तो मैं उनको मुबारकबाद देता हूँ इस सिलसिले में। आपने असद साहब का नाम लिया, आपने यूनिवर्सिटी का नाम लिया, तो वाकई ये बात काबिल फ़ख्र है कि वहाँ से बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो रही हैं। इसी तरह से हमारा नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन है। मैं कल लखनऊ में था, वहाँ पर हमारा एक IPR के ऊपर कॉन्फ्रेंस थी। तो मुझे लगता है कि जो इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स हमारे ICCR के माध्यम से या दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के ज़रिए से, जिसमें एडसिल है, दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, तो वो यहाँ पर आते हैं और इसके ज़रिए से हमारे कल्चर को, हमारी तारीख को, हमारी चीज़ों को हमारे एम्बेसडर के तौर पर बाहर ले जाते हैं, उसको फरोग देते हैं। आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू नो कि जो PhD चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स है, ये साल में हर महीने कोई ना कोई एक्टिविटी, जैसे आप फरमा रहे थे कि हर हफ्ते कोई ना कोई एक्टिविटी करती है। तो मैं लीडरशिप को, PhD चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स और इंडस्ट्री की लीडरशिप को मैं मुबारकबाद देता हूँ और उनका थैंक्स करता हूँ कि आप आयुष सिस्टम्स को फरोग देने में, आपका इंडस्ट्री और एकेडमिया को जोड़ने में और रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जोड़ने में आपका बड़ा रोल आप प्ले कर रहे हैं। मुल्तानी साहब को मैं बहुत मुबारकबाद देता हूँ और थैंक्स बोलता हूँ कि आप ये एफर्ट करते हैं और आप बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज वे में इन चीज़ों को करते हैं। मैं देखता हूँ कि इसका स्टैंडर्ड्स डे बाय डे बढ़ते चले जा रहे हैं और ये लीडरशिप को इसका तमाम क्रेडिट जाता है। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच जनाब मुल्तानी साहिब कि आप इस सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। Friends, the health promotion, as we know, is one of the priority areas of focus of the government of India. And to improve the health status of people through traditional systems of medicine, the government of India has taken many steps, including strengthening of educational systems, facilitating the enforcement of quality control of Ayush drugs, and sustainable availability of the raw materials. India has a population of approximately around 1.39 billion people, and it has a wide diversity in terms of socio-cultural, linguistic, and demographic profiles. The Indian population is exposed to a range of communicable diseases, lifestyle disorders, nutritional issues, and medical care problems. The incidence, prevalence of diseases, the complications, and the impact on the quality of life of patients and family members may be minimized to a significant extent if quality assured healthcare services are accessible to everyone. And trust me that Ministry of Ayush and Government of India is working day and night tirelessly to assure and ensure that these quality assured healthcare services become accessible to everyone. Many things have already happened in this regard. Traditional medicine has a long history based on the theories, beliefs, and experience indigenous to different cultures, used in the maintenance of health as well as in the prevention, diagnosis, and improvement or treatment of physical and mental illness. The growing interest in traditional systems of medicine worldwide has led to the need for innovative approach for accepting the system. Although there are many pressing social and economic issues that serve as an incentive for using traditional and complementary medicine, the predicted increase in the global burden of chronic diseases, as the WHO Global Status Report on Non-Communicable Diseases 2011, is the most urgent reason for developing and strengthening the collaboration between conventional as well as the traditional and complementary medicine health sectors. We have been talking these days a lot across the globe about the integration of different systems. And I have always been speaking in many platforms I spoke that when we say the integration does not mean that we will dilute each other's identity. We will keep the identity of each sector, but under one roof, we want to be together and we shall understand each other's strengths and the benefiting areas so that together we can become a more strong workforce so that we could benefit the masses. This global pandemic of corona has brought Indian medical system to a world stage. The rapid rise in demand for immunity boosting supplements, which are efficiently aided by alternative medications, has given a boost to the industry, as these medicines give inner strength to the body and bolster the immune system from within. A total Ayush and herbal medicine export of India has increased from US $1.09 billion in 2014 to US $1.54 billion in 2020, registering a robust growth rate of 5.9% annually. Ayush sectors and Ayush products cover a diverse range, including classical and value-added products such as formulations, extracts, derivatives, nutraceuticals, and fast-moving consumer goods. In India, Ayush systems, including Unani medicine, have got ample support from the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. India has well-developed national policies in place. National Policy on Indian System of Medicine and Homeopathy in 2002, National Policy, Health Policy in 2017, has a dedicated section laying down strategies on mainstreaming of Ayush. The government is working on formulation of standards for Ayush products with an aim to augment its international trade by ensuring the quality of goods and services. India also has a very wide network of Ayush education institutions and research institutions and a solid framework for regulatory provisions to govern the education in Ayush systems of medicine, including Unani medicine. The National Commission for Indian System of Medicine is the statutory body constituted under NCISM Act 2020. This act provides for a medical education system that improves access to quality and affordable medical education. It ensures availability of adequate and high quality medical professionals of Indian system of medicine in all parts of the country. It promotes equitable and universal healthcare that encourages community health perspectives and makes services of such medical professionals accessible and affordable to all the citizens. This NCISM prescribes minimum standards of education in Indian system of medicine, including Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani, and so Varikpa as well. At present, if I talk in terms of Unani medical education system, we have around 57 colleges of Unani medicine in India, with a total intake capacity of almost 3,312 undergraduate seats and almost more than 320 postgraduate education. We also have institutions which are offering the PhD in these courses in the system. The Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, has undertaken several initiatives to harness the potential of Ayush systems to contain the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. And CCRUM had also played a very active role by carrying out many research activities in this regard, along with the other sister councils. We also developed SOPs for preparation and pharmacopoeia standards for Ayush Jashanda. The efficacy of 4 Unani formulations against SARS-CoV-19 virus, namely Tiryake Arba, Tiryake Vabai, and Artiajib, and a Unani novel drug was established through in silico studies at one of the peripheral institutions in Chennai, which played a very active role in it. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav campaign launched by the Government of India to commemorate 75 years of our freedom, Unani prophylactic medicine Khamina Marwari and Unani Jashanda were distributed to lakhs of people across the country through our 20 centers of Unani Council, along with the dietary advice and lifestyle guidelines. And this year-long campaign observed till August 22 as India celebrated our 75th anniversary of the independence. France, global prospects of any systems are based on its national standing. Ministry of Ayush, Government of India has many provisions of entering into collaborations in science, country to country, institute to institute MOUs. Unani medicine today stands strong at national level. Officers from our council, I hope Dr. Ghazala, she's also going to speak. She'll throw some more light on this aspect in her presentation, where she will provide some brief of overview on current status of Unani medicine in India and abroad. Let me give some small understanding about that at international level for Unani medicine. We have already engaged in fruitful dialogue with countries like South Africa, Iran, China, USA, United Kingdom, Israel, Greece, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and few other countries. An academic chair has been set up at School of Natural Medicine, University of Western Cape, South Africa, where we had deputed a professor for 3 years to help promoting and propagating Iranian system of medicine. We have also signed one MOU at Hamdard University in Bangladesh and have established one academic chair, and also have deputed one expert from this place as a chair. He's working there. An MOU has also been signed between CCRUM and Tajik State Medical University in Tajikistan, which is named after Avicenna, for cooperation in the field of traditional medicine. And that was signed in the presence of Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind Sahib, and Honorable President of Tajikistan, Imam Ul Rahman in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. In 2018, me and Secretary Sahib, Rajesh Kotecha Sahib, had the opportunity to go as a delegation, official delegation to Iran. And we visited their facilities. We had good interactions and fruitful interactions with the leadership there in healthcare sector. And an MOM was also signed with the Ministry of Health in Iran for cooperation in the field of traditional medicine between these two countries. I'm also happy to inform that in order to bring standards in Unani medicine, WHO, in collaboration with Ministry of Ayush, has published WHO benchmarks for the training and practice in Unani medicine. Officers of the council have played a very important role in development of these documents. I'm thankful to them. I appreciate their services. We are also working these days towards inclusion of Ayurveda, Unani, and Siddha morbidity codes in the ICD-11 traditional chapter, classification traditional chapter in WHO. Our very learned Bhushan and Padma Shree, whether Devendra Triguna Sahib, who is the patron of Imam, he also referred and he highlighted and thrown some light on the Global Center of Traditional Medicine. Is indeed a wonderful opportunity, and we are thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister Sahib and the leadership in our ministry of both ministers and Secretary Ayush, Rajesh Kotecha Sahib, that with their efforts and hand-holding, the center has come to India. It is a moment of great pride moment for all of us as country, and specifically as Ayush people, that we have a center in Jamnagar. And recent months we were there, almost 2 months before we were there. It was inaugurated in the presence of Honorable Prime Minister Sahib and Narendra Modi Sahib and the Prime Minister of Mauritius. They were there, and WHO Director General was there, and it was inaugurated. And next day we were in Gandhinagar, where we had Ayush Innovative Investment Summit. And you can understand the impact of this Ayush, how people are taking it. I think we had 2 days conference there, and these 2 days, almost literally 1.5 days was there for the interactions with the industry people. And that's 1.5 days, we had almost 9,600 crore rupees investment letter of intent we had on those. So you can understand the impact of Ayush, what people are looking at Ayush these days with. I think this platform is an apt platform to formulate a strategy where Unani manufacturers can come together for a robust interaction with academia and researchers. India, having a robust mechanism of regulations of practitioners and products, is already doing and can further do experience sharing with different countries. We as Ministry of Ayush, as I suggested, and as I discussed, hundreds of activities are going on, which are in favor of research, which are in favor of academics, which are in favor of industry. A lot of new things are developed, new regulations are being made so that we can come up with wonderful facilities. We at CCRUM have state-of-the-art laboratories. We have equipped them wonderfully well, and we have licenses for them. They have been recognized as drug state licensing laboratories also. We have in Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Kashmir. These facilities are available with us. I think that industry we had earlier also had requested that they are available for those. on some very nominal charge basis. So the best people who do not have those facilities, they can come up with us. We have very good, robust system of collaborative research other than the extramural research project, which we have in the Ministry of Ayush, through which we involve the collaborators, the leading researchers of leading institutions in the country, of scientific institutions. Similarly, in our councils also, like in CCRUM, other councils also, our councils have. An expression of interest scheme in us, where we join hands with leading country who come forward. We're trying to do good work so that the best research outputs, and we are doing patents. Yesterday, as I suggested, we had in intellectual property rights one seminar, and we invited the people who could do these works. We also invited the students to give them the first information how they can do further. So we have already been granted 17 patents. Yesterday, we received one more that another 4 patents are coming to us. The importance is that whatever the public money we are basically utilizing, we are the people who are the stakeholders. I mean, we are the people who are the custodians of that money. We have to be carefully utilizing, and we shall be careful that whatever that money tax money is coming, utilize these things, that we have to deliver back to the society with that money. We have to do the researches which could be having the translation value, so that it could be delivered back to the needy people in our society, and so that we could take care, good health care of our people, not only within the country, but outside the country as well. I hope I will not take much time. At this end, we are ready to engage in dialogue with industry and provide support with the provisions of Government of India, We are open for that as per the provisions. Not taking much time. Thanking you very much for providing me this opportunity. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your very detailed and a very encouraging, thought on the Unani system of medicine. It's very encouraging to know the fact that the various initiatives are being taken by the department, Ministry of Ayush, basically, to promote Unani system at a global level. And also, we need a holistic approach to take it to the next level that you rightly said, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your address, the keynote address. I would now request Dr. N.A Qasmi Sahab, the advisor of Unani Medicine, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to share his thoughts on the subject of taking Unani medicine on the global level.
Thank you
Dr.
so much.
Qasmi.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, very much audible, Qasmi sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Padma Bhushan and Padma Shree Vaid Devendra Triguna ji, Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahib, Director General CCRUM, Shree Pradeep Multani ji, President PHDCCI New Delhi, Shree Saket Dalmia ji, Senior Vice President PHDCCI, Shree Sanjeev Agrawal ji, Vice President PHDCCI, Dr. Raju Rai Sahib, Chair Ayush Committee, Dr. S.P. Bakshi ji, Co-Chair Ayush Committee, Shri Jitendra Sodhi ji, Co-Chair Ayush Committee, Shri Santosh Joshi ji, Co-Chair Ayush Committee, Dr. Ghazala Javed Sahiba, Research Officer Unani and Scientist for CCRUM, Dr. Mohammed Khalid Sahib, Assistant Drug Controller, Directorate of Ayush, Government of NCT Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen and participants, I feel proud and great honor to join this webinar on global prospect of Unani system of medicine being organized by PHDCCI. Friends, as you know, Unani medicine is prevalent around the globe since time immemorial, focusing mainly on providing a safe and effective mode of treatment. It is one of the oldest and most acceptable system of medicine practiced in India and all over the world, particularly in the Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Iran, and most part of the Southeast Asia. The strength of Unani system is its holistic approach that aims at health promotion, disease prevention, and treatment. As the world is progressing, the demand for the evidence-based medicine is increasing more tremendously, and for this, Unani system of medicine ought to be no exception. Thus, for this purpose, integrative approach helps in for better acceptance and acquiring more fruitful results from Unani research. Unani system of medicine possesses a treasure of drugs, the majority of which are herbal in origin, derived from the different parts of the plants, which are now scientifically validated to possess numerous pharmacological activities. But a major lacuna of this esteemed traditional medicine is the misidentification and adulteration of drugs, whether done deliberately or inadvertently, that have led to its slow progression in global recognition. This necessitates the proper and correct identification of a species important for its recognition and nomenclature, which in terms requires application in strict knowledge and skill. It is an essential initiative step taken the performing any kind of research, and thus the integration with the pharmacognosy help in the correct identification of the crude drugs. Friends, Unani drugs have been described to possess several therapeutic aspects due to their Jawhare phyla, mean active constituent, and tarkibe tabi'i structural composition. Knowledge of these structure and constituent through the phytochemistry can support treating the disease with better therapeutic efficacy. Identification of these components predict the probable pharmacological activity and use of the different drugs. Many important bioactive constituents have been identified in different drugs. The use of qualitative and quantitative chemical processes for determining the standardization of new drugs and setting a standard for future reference is also mandatory. Now, as per the WHO guideline, similarly, the statistical tool used in the research process at various steps help in determining the study design, sample size, and analyzing the results. Implementation of all these integrative approach provide the opportunity to clinician, statistician, basic scientists, and public health specialties to move forward together to deliver better health care, solve research-based queries, develop holistic health policies, and intervention framework for healthy nation. This will also help to forward the system at global level. As we all know that the golden age of this medicine began with the Arab and Persian physicians like Al-Razi, Ibn Sina, Al-Farabi, Ibn Rushd, Al-Khwarizmi, Sabit Ibn Qurra, Ibn Hayyan, Al-Kindi, Al-Haysham, Ibn Zuhr, Al-Baitar, Al-Tabari, Al-Majusi, Al-Zuhrawi, and Ibn Nafis, and so many other physicians from Indian subcontinent. As you know, Ibn Sina's canon of medicine, Al-Qanun fi Tibb, was taught for centuries in the universities of Europe. Nowadays, Unani system of medicine courses and practices have been recognized by the various countries like Bangladesh, 5-year degree course recognized by the University of Dhaka and other universities. Sri Lanka, 5-year degree course in Unani medicine at Institute of the Indigenous Medicine, University of Colombo, Pakistan. 2 universities are offering 5-year BMS degree course with the MPhil and PhD. Since its independence, Sri Lanka holds a unique position in South Asia by providing free education and quality health care system. The healthcare system in Sri Lanka is enriched by the mixed allopathic, Unani, Ayurvedic, and other several systems of medicine that exist together. Traditional medicine in Gulf countries is based on the herbal remedies and spiritual healing. There is hardly a city or village in the Gulf countries where traditional medicine are not used or sold. Friends, I feel that the Unani system has an exceptional potential to become a global healthcare system, and it has to be strengthened worldwide in order to provide a promising medical healthcare system in the current challenging disease. हमारे इससे पहले जो है जो स्पीकर से डॉक्टर प्रोफेसर आसिम अली खान साहब और श्री देवेंद्र त्रिगुणा जी और प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी, उन्होंने कुछ बातों की तरफ बहुत हम लोगों का ध्यान आकर्षित कराया है। मैं आपको एक हल्का सा रेफरेंस देना चाहता हूँ कि यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन का जो गोल्डन एरा है, जहाँ तक जो है हमने ये सारी चीज़ें जो ज़माने के मतलब जो नॉलेज थी, चाहे वो रोम की हो, मिस्र की हो, यूनानी की हो या दिमश्कस की हो, सारी चीज़ें खलीफा हारून रशीद के ज़माने में जब बैतुल हिकमत बगदाद में कायम किया गया तो 8वीं सदी से लेके तकरीबन जो है 13वीं सदी ईस्वी के बीच में उस ज़माने में जो भी जहाँ भी जो तहजीबें और इल्म हुनर के जितनी भी चीज़ें थी, उन सबको जो है बैतुल हिकमत में इन्होंने ला करके ट्रांसलेशन किया। चाहे वो जो है सिर्फ न सिर्फ ये कि तिब्बे यूनानी को या तिब को, बल्कि उस ज़माने के जितने भी नॉलेज थे सबका उन्होंने ट्रांसलेशन किया। मैं आपकी नॉलेज में एक बात डालना चाहता हूँ कि उस ज़माने में सीरीज ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी, जिसको बैतुल हिकमत का नाम दिया गया था, उसमें बैतुल हिकमत जो काहिरा में बनाया गया, फिर उसके बाद जो अस्कंदरिया में बनाया गया, उसके बाद जुंदीशापुर में बनाया गया, उसके बाद जो है अंदलुसिया में बनाया गया, फिर उसके बाद करतबा और सिसली में बनाया गया। इसके अलावा जो है उस्मानियों के दौर में कुस्तुंतनिया में बनाया गया। ये सब सारे जो है जितने भी शहर थे, एक तरह से जो है जो उस जमाने की मुरवजा तिब थी, मुरवजा साइंस थी, हर जगह ये अवेलेबल थी। और ये लगभग 1924 तक, जब तक कि उस्मानियों की सल्तनत पूरे जो है, जब ये बंटवारा नहीं हुआ था और जब सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर और फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर हुई, उसके बाद ये सब चीज़ें जो है स्कैटर्ड हुई हैं। हिंदुस्तान में जो भी सिस्टम यहाँ पे रहा, वहाँ के आने के बाद जो है पूरे जो है जो यहाँ के सिटीज से, चाहे वो कलकत्ता से के कलकत्ता, पटना, लखनऊ, दिल्ली, रामपुर, इलाहाबाद, भोपाल, मद्रास, कोचीन, हैदराबाद, कश्मीर, अमृतसर, लुधियाना, जालंधर, इन सारी जगहों पे शायद ही कोई शहर ऐसा हो जहाँ पे यूनानी तिब का जो है बहुत ज़्यादा जो है रवाज नहीं था। और आज से 30 साल 40 साल पहले हम सभी लोग जानते हैं कि हर जगह हर शहर में 10-20 ऐसे अतिब्बा जरूर होते थे, बल्कि एक अतिब्बा के गलियों के मोहल्ले जो है, तो वो गलियों का नाम था कि यहाँ पे हकीमों की गली है या वैद्यों की गली है। लेकिन अफसोस के साथ ये बात कहनी पड़ रही है, उसके रीज़न कुछ भी हो, उस पर बहुत ज़्यादा जो है बहस नहीं की जा सकती कि आज हमारे देश की लगभग 137 करोड़ आबादी, 140 करोड़ आबादी है। इसमें अगर हम लोग सब डिसाइड कर लें कि हमें जो है देसी तिबों को फ़रोग देना है और जो हमारे पास ट्रेजरर है, जो हमारे पास एक ज़ख़ीरा है, उसको हर तरह से अमल में लाना है, तो मुझे लगता है कि हम ग्लोबल जाने के बजाय जो है सबसे पहले इंडिया ही में इसको इनरिच कर सकते हैं। और अब इस सिस्टम को इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ा सकते हैं कि ये ग्लोबल लेवल पे हमारे जाने के बजाय वो खुद हमारे पास आएंगे। बहुत सारी चीजों में जो है लोग दुनिया से सफर करके हिंदुस्तान आते हैं। तो अगर हम अपने सिस्टम को यहाँ पे ऐसा डेवलप कर ले कि लोग जो है बजाय हमारे जाने के वो लोग खुद हमारे पास आए, तो ये हम कर सकते हैं। हमें इस फील्ड में जो मेरी समझ में आता है, हल्का सा जो मुझे जो थोड़ी बहुत प्रैक्टिस है, उसमें जो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा फील होता है वो ये होता है कि इसमें जो रुकावट है वो ये है कि कोई भी तबीब, कोई भी वैद्य जब प्रैक्टिस के लिए बैठता है तो सबसे बड़ी रुकावट उसके लिए जो ये होती है कि दवाओं की अवेलेबिलिटी, चाहे वो सिंगल ड्रग्स हो या कंपाउंड ड्रग्स हो। अगर मैंने आज किसी अपने मरीज को ये लिख दिया कि ये दवा जो है, मैंने 3 दवाएं लिख दी, तो लौट के शाम को मेरे पास ही आएगा कि बताइए दवा कहाँ मिलेगी। तो हम जो इस सेमिनार को कर रहे हैं, तो जाहिर सी बात है कि पीएचडी चैम्बर, प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी और उनकी पूरी टीम, हम उनके बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं कि उन्होंने ये टॉपिक चुना। और हिंदुस्तान से लेकर पूरी दुनिया में हम चाहते हैं कि यूनानी सिस्टम और देसी तिब्बों का और आयुष सिस्टम का बोलबाला हो। लेकिन यहाँ पे जो कमियां हैं, मेरे नज़दीक सबसे बड़ी जो रुकावट है वो ये है कि अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, क्रूड ड्रग्स, और इसी तरह जो है जो दूसरी जो है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो है दवाएं हैं, उसकी अवेलेबिलिटी जो है उसको इंश्योर कराना चाहिए। दूसरे जैसे कि प्रोफेसर आसिम अली खान साहब ने कहा और डॉक्टर देवेंद्र त्रिगुणा जी ने और प्रदीप मुल्तानी जी ने बताया कि हमें जो है बिल्कुल कंसंट्रेट इस माने करना चाहिए कि जो हमारा पास आउट स्टूडेंट निकल रहा है और जाके फील्ड में जो है यूनानी, आयुर्वेद, सिद्ध जो भी प्रैक्टिस करना चाहता है, हम उसके लिए कौन सी फील्ड जो है उसको दे रहे हैं। जब वो आज किसी जगह बैठना चाहता है तो उसके लिए जो मैंने पहले बताया कि ये सारी रुकावटें हैं, और उन रुकावटों को जाहिर है इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे तो वो दूर कर सकता है। लेकिन जैसे एलोपैथिक की प्रैक्टिस के लिए कोई बैठता है तो उसके लिए सारी चीजें उसको अवेलेबल जो है होती हैं, उसको ये सब जो है दिमाग सोजी नहीं करनी पड़ती कि मुझे दवा कहाँ से लाना है, कहाँ बैठना है, किस तरह करना है। वो ऑलरेडी वो दूसरे लोगों का काम होता है जो उसको प्रोवाइड करते हैं। तो सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हमारे इंडस्ट्री को इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, उनको बढ़ाना चाहिए। छोटे छोटे जो है ऐसी दवाएं जो अफोर्डेबल हो उसको जो है मार्केट में लाना चाहिए, और स्टूडेंट्स को इनकरेज करना चाहिए फर्स्ट ईयर से लेकर फाइनल ईयर तक उनका दिमाग इस माने करके जो है उनको तैयार करना चाहिए कि आप जिस सिस्टम में हो, ये कोई ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं है कि जिसको बस यूं ही जो है हासिल कर लिया जाए। इसमें मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, दिमाग सोजी करनी पड़ती है, जब जा करके आप कुछ चीजें सीखते हैं। कहने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें, टाइम कम है। मैं एक बार दोबारा पीएचडी चैम्बर और ऑर्गेनाइजर का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ और बेइंतहा शुक्रगुजार हूँ उनका कि मुझे उन्होंने इनवाइट किया। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Dr. Qasmi, for such an elaborate, your presentation, your elaborate discussion on deliberation on the importance of Unani medicine. And you said that obviously we have to do it together. We'll certainly, आपके जो recommendations है, we'll certainly take it forward. और next discussion में भी हम इन चीजों को उठाएंगे. Thank you so much. Now I would request Dr. Santosh Joshi, our co-chair of the Ayush Committee, and SGM Hamdard Laboratories to kindly share his speech to his thoughts on the subject.
Thanks,
Dr.
Nasir
Joshi.
sir. Thanks a lot. Today's chief guest, Honorable Professor Dr. Asim Ali Khan Sahab, DG CCRUN, Ministry of Ayush, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shree, Vaidya Shree Devendra Triguna ji, Patron of Amam, Honorable Dr. N.A Qasmi Sahab, Advisor Unani, Ministry of Ayush. Today's eminent speakers, Dr. Mohammed Khalid Sahab, Assistant Drug Controller, Unani Directorate of Ayush, Government of NCT of Delhi, Dr. Ghazala Javed Madam, Research Officer, Unani, Scientist for CCRA, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, Honorable Shree Pradeep Multani ji, President, PhD Chamber of Commerce, Rajiv Rai ji, Chair, Ayush Committee, SPS Bakshi ji, Mr. Jiten Suri ji, Co-Chair, Ayush Committee, PhD Chamber team and participants, Namaskar. Once again, I would like to thank PhD Chamber for organizing this webinar, where we have interacted with such eminent personalities from government who has enlightened our knowledge how we are taking Unani system of medicine to different part of the world. The effort of PhD chamber is always there for entire system of Ayush medicines, whether it is Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani. And we all believe that the vision of government for taking all these systems to global level is very much important, because since after COVID-19, the belief in traditional system of medicine has increased manifold. And in fact, means as different speakers has talked about Hamdard is pioneering in Unani system of medicine, not only Unani system of medicine, but Ayurvedic system of medicine also. And this has been envisaged by our Hakim Abdul Hamid Sahab well way back uh, uh, in earlier days, how to take this system globally. He has, with industry, he has established a university for education of Unani system of medicine, as well as we have also established wellness centers across India so that people can come over there and take consultation regarding health benefits from Unani system of medicine. And as we all know that there is tremendous potential of Unani system of medicine as far as global market is concerned. In fact, rightly said, uh, Unani is already global because it has originated from Greece, traveled from Middle East to India, and it has got enrichment in India. And now I think it is very easy to put this system of medicine to regulated market. We, of course, we are also exporting our medicines to regulated market like US and Canada. In those countries, we are exporting our product as a dietary supplement, but in other countries like MENA countries and CIS countries, we are exporting these products as Unani system of medicine. So different initiatives has been taken by Hamdard to globalize this traditional system of medicine, and that is as Qasmi Saab was pointing out, depletion of herbal raw material. It is becoming day by day difficult to get the raw materials supplies, and also there are cases of adulteration, so that the efficacy part of the herbal drug is very difficult to maintain. For that purpose, Hamdard has initiated cultivation of medicinal plant. We are purchasing land, buying lands, and there we are cultivating those species where cases of adulteration, and also there are cases of endangered species. So those particular plant species we are growing of our own so that we can guarantee the safety and efficacy of the drugs. And also we are initiating this wellness center throughout India, and also we are planning to have our center if we are getting opportunity to open our wellness center abroad also, so that people can come over there and take medical consultation and can understand this Unani system of medicine, because it is very much relevant that the modern diseases, that lifestyle diseases, there is no cure in modern medicine. And there are several diseases as told by Multani ji, that chronic liver diseases, psoriasis, vitiligo. There are several number of diseases where Unani system of medicine is having very prominent potent drugs where people can get benefited. And we always say from these forums that there are certain challenges what we are facing while exporting our drugs. As you know, for exporting a traditional system of medicines nowadays, it is becoming very much important that we should have WHO GMP. Though we are establishing WHO GMP facility already, we are having one facility at Okla where we have created tablet and capsule manufacturing facility as per WHO GMP compliance. But there are several formulations in Unani where we are having combination of herbal as well as minerals. Uh, it is really means surprising that a pharmaceutical medicine, for example, if I'm having a cough syrup, I'm having API as well as ammonium chloride in that syrup, I can get WHO GMP compliance. But for traditional system, whether it is Unani or Ayurveda, if I'm adding ammonium chloride in my formulation, it becomes a herbo-mineral formulation. And in WHO GMP, they are saying there is a condition that it must have only herbal ingredient. So those challenges need to be worked out. Now we are having this global center of medicine, this WHO center of medicine at Jamnagar. as well as there is a very good step taken by Ministry of Ayush. Yesterday, there was a MOU signed between PCIMNH and Indian IPC, Indian Pharmacopoeia Council. So where we are talking about one herb, one standard, and one nation. So there were challenges of specification of single ingredients in a different system that will get ruled out, and now we will have specification of single specification of herbal ingredients with international and national parameters. So I feel means the government is very supportive, and today we are fortunate that we are having all administrative positions who are very supportive for taking this traditional system of medicine at global level. And with this support, we feel that definitely we will be taking our system of medicine at different part of world, and will make it a primary health choice. So I will not take much time. Today we are having eminent speakers. Dr. Khalid Saab is there, Dr. Ghazala Madam is there. So we have to learn a lot of new things from them. With this, I am really thankful for giving me this opportunity to share my views. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joshi. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the subject. And we know that Hamdard is obviously and actually leading the cause of promoting Unani medicine on the global level. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, the Dr. Mohammed Khalid Saab is not able to join. He's actually traveling. He's not able to join. So we are now, we would try and request Dr. Ghazala Javed, the research officer, Unani, and the scientist for CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, to share her presentation and deliberation on the subject of global prospect of Unani system medicines. Dr. Ghazala Javed.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, very much, Dr.
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, and very good evening.
Namaskar.
Chief guest of today's function, respected Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahib, Director General CCRUM. Special guest of today's webinar, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shree, respected Vede Devendra Triguna ji, Pattern of a Mom, President of All India Ayurveda Congress and Ayurveda Mahasammelan. Guest of honor of today's webinar, respected Dr. N.A Qasmi ji, Advisor Unani, respected Dr. Pradeep Multani ji, President PHDCCI, Dr. Rajiv Rai ji, Chair Ayush Chair, Dr. Santoshi ji, Co-Chair, Dr. Mohammed Khalid Sahab is not there, but he was my co-speaker here in this webinar, Dr. Nasir Jamal Sahib and Dr. Amit Patwal ji, and other esteemed dignitaries and participants. Thank you for inviting me and providing me this opportunity. So I'll be highlighting the strong position which Unani medicine enjoys at national level under the visionary leadership available at ministry and under the guidance of our respected Director General, Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahab. So allow me to share my presentation. Is it visible? My slides are visible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dr. Ghazala, your slides are visible now.
Okay, thank you. So this is the outline of my presentation. Straight away going to my first slide. So we all know key to making progress towards universal health coverage and to achieve sustainable development goals, reliable access to effective, safe, quality assured and affordable medical products is required. And universal health coverage includes appropriate access to affordable and quality assured medical products, supporting countries in achieving the targets of the health SDGs. WHO talks about integration of traditional medicine and modern medicine, and it has been recommended since 1978. And the current strategy of WHO on traditional medicine has two key goals, one of which is to support member states in harnessing the potential contribution of traditional and complementary medicine to health, wellness, and people-centered healthcare. So we all know traditional medicine promotes health and wellness. It has an holistic approach. It is affordable, accessible, and acceptable to the communities in which it operates. 80% of the world's population use traditional medicine to meet their primary healthcare needs. And in low and middle income countries, traditional medicine as practitioners are considered an important resource for population health. So traditional medicine is promoting health and wellness through these modalities: lifestyle modification, dietary modification, regimenal therapy, which is specific to Unani medicine, and drug therapy. When we are looking at national health policy, our respected Director General just highlighted that we have a very apt national health policy in place, and it has got focused objectives for Ayush. It talks about mainstreaming the potential of Ayush by ensuring access to Ayush services, introduction of yoga in schools and workplaces for health promotion, building research and public health skills for preventive and promotive healthcare, and Ayush orientation to grassroots health workers and village health sanitation and nutrition committees, bridge courses for mid-level healthcare providers, and certification mechanism for traditional community healthcare providers. So when we are looking at the status of Unani medicine, it is an integral part of national healthcare delivery system in India. And we can proudly say India is the world leader in Unani system of medicine. As our esteemed speaker earlier, our Director General Sir and our special guest, Devendra Triguna ji was saying that let's take Unani from India to global level. Yes, we are standing here with robust system and we are world leader in Unani medicine. This is the education infrastructure available. DG sir highlighted this in his talk. So looking at the overall Unani medical care facilities, we have around 252 hospitals and 1,688 dispensaries, and around 43,959 registered Unani practitioners and 566 drug manufacturing units. We are also, our council is also offering, and we are building linkages between academia and research, and we are offering MD program in 2 subjects. One is Molija, that is medicine, and Ilmul pharmacology, through 2 of our peripheral centers. One is at Hyderabad, which is National Research Institute of Unani Medicine for Skin Disorders, and Regional Research Institute of Unani Medicine at Srinagar, and they had affiliation with the universities, as mentioned here, Hyderabad with Kalauji Narayana and RRM Srinagar with University of Kashmir. So looking at the research infrastructure, research is being done one at the Apex Research Organization, Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, National Institute of Unani Medicine, Bengaluru, and academic institutions which are offering PG courses are also engaged in doing research activities. This is the National Institute of Unani Medicine, Bangalore. It is also an autonomous organization under ministry, and it's a model institute offering PG, PhD teaching, training and research in Unani system of medicine. And vision of this institute is to strengthen and promote excellence in education, research, and patient care in Unani medicine. So coming to our organization, which is Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, the vision is to strive for excellence and global leadership in the field of Unani medicine by comprehensive research for quality assured and cost-effective products to prevent, manage, cure various diseases. And mission is to develop CCRUM into a dynamic, vibrant, and model research organization, and to bring up modern scientific knowledge, technology, and explore classical Unani scientific treasures, and to attain global leadership in research for treatment and prevention of emerging diseases. And I must say that under the visionary leadership available at CCRUM and at ministry level, we have achieved many milestones, which I'll be highlighting. So this is our institutional network. We are spread pan-India, and there are around 22 institutes spread across India. Then these are the research programs in which we are engaged. We are doing preclinical and clinical pharmacology research, fundamental research, drug standardization research program, survey and cultivation of medicinal plant, literary research program, IC activities, and public health program. So I'll be briefly touching upon them. So in this preclinical, we have objective is to conduct toxicological, pharmacological studies for classical as well as new drugs. These are being basically conducted at 2 of our centers, namely N.A University, Hyderabad, National Research Institute, which is at Hyderabad, and Srinagar. This is the pharmacology laboratory of RIM Srinagar, which has been developed under DST project. These are our scientists working over there. And under clinical research program, the main objective is to documentation of safety and efficacy of pharmacopoeial classical Unani drugs and new drug development for emerging diseases and diseases of national importance. As DG sir has just highlighted, we do collaborative research under expression of interest scheme, and we bring out advertisement and call proposals, and then that is been deliberated in the council according to the provisions of this scheme. And we do collaborative studies with the state-of-art institution of excellence to generate adequate statistical data to support claims of efficacy and safety through experimental and clinical research. These are some of the important collaborative institutes with which we have entered into agreement and MOU. One is NIPER Hyderabad, Jamia Hamdard, AIMS, Jadavpur University, Jamia Millia Islamia, Vallabhbhai Patel Chess Institute, to name a few. Then we are also doing fundamental research program. This is also carried out at our institute at Hyderabad. This is basically to provide scientific basis to the fundamentals of Unani system of medicine, to validate the theories of fundamental research in the light of genetic, biochemical, physiological and pathological parameters, and thereby correlating theories of fundamental research with modern biology. So we are doing clinical phenotyping also, and basically we are providing scientific basis to our concept of 4 humors, that there are 4 humors in human body, and we can divide the population under 4 temperament. So we are doing research in this area. Then we are into drug standardization research program and evolving pharmacopoeial standards of single drug and Unani formulations. And these are included in various volume of National Formulary of Unani Medicine and Essential Drug List. And besides estimation of heavy metals, microbial load, aflatoxin contents, and pesticidal residues in the drugs are also a part of this program. So the council has also recently upgraded our laboratories, as our DG sir was mentioning. And we have provided their elite sophisticated instruments to conduct, to bring out standards and do research. Then we are also bringing out pharmacopoeial monographs developed for single and compound formulation, and these are published in Unani Pharmacopoeia of India. I think we all are aware of this. And these are National Formulary of Unani Medicine. This is one of our drug testing laboratory at RRIM Chennai, which is approved by State Drug Licensing Authority. And this is our upgraded laboratory of Drug Standardization Research Institute at Ghaziabad. Then we are also into survey and cultivation of medicinal plants. As medicinal plants, we all know, are the major backbone of all our traditional system of medicine. And these are also carried out this activity through 5 centers of our peripheral institutes. So we are doing ethnobotanical surveys, and we have collected more than 1 lakh plant specimens, and more than 9,500 folklore claims have been documented and published. And around 80,000 herbarium sheets have been documented and preserved in the herbarium section of Council's peripheral institute. So this is also one of an important area. Then we are into a literary research program also, because we all know that Ayurveda as well as Unani, Siddha, they are based on classical text. Zakhira hai, so then we translate these books, and we have prepared a database of Unani manuscripts, and we have developed terminology, standard treatment guidelines. So a lot of activities are being carried out under this literary research program. So under the outreach initiative, we are into the mobile clinical research program, and our peripheral institutes, they are going to the rural population residing in rural areas, urban slum, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe pockets, besides reducing the disease burden in the society by creating health awareness among them. So our institute at Lucknow was engaged in this pilot project of integration of Unani medicine in National Program for Prevention and Control of Cancer, Diabetes, Cardiovascular Disease, and stroke also. So under the special component plan and scheduled caste subplan and tribal subplan, the council continued research-oriented Medicare activities to benefit the SC/ST population, and our officers from peripheral institutes are providing healthcare through mobile OPDs in the adopted pockets. Objective of this program are to screen, examine the SC and ST population for their health status in the OPD, as well as in the health camps, and to provide Unani treatment to the patients suffering from different diseases. Again, we are also into Swasthya Rakshan program, and all our on the lines of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan initiated by the Government of India to accomplish the vision of Clean India. Ministry of Ayush initiated Swasthya Rakshan program. So we are also carrying out activities under this. Then we have Unani medical centers and key government hospitals, and they have been co-located, and these centers provide GOPD facilities and specialized Unani treatment for some selected disorders like vitiligo, eczema, psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, bronchial asthma, sinusitis, infective hepatitis, and diabetes mellitus, among few. So we have one center at Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, one at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Hospital and Safdarjung Hospital. And also at Ayush Wellness Center is our Unani clinic is running at President Estate, and one Unani clinic at All India Institute of Ayurveda. So we are also into IC related activities and participating in various Arogyas, Melas, exhibition, training programs, seminars, conferences, and Andolan campaign, Ayush for Immunity campaign, whatever is the mandate provided by ministry, our officers and are actively engaged under the visionary leadership of our Director General, sir. So we are also into Ayush grid related activities. This is also one of the futuristic initiative of Ministry of Ayush, initiated under the guidance of our respected Secretary, sir. So here we have implemented HMIs in peripheral institutes of CCRM, and we have also implemented Namaste portal, where our Unani codes are available, and we are also working towards moving towards e-office and SNOMED, one systemized nomenclature of medicinal and clinical terms. SNOMED City project is also undergoing under Ayush grid related activities. So we are bringing standards in healthcare services and moving towards the NABH accreditation, and our institutes, NIM Bengaluru has got it, and the peripheral institutes of CCRUM at Hyderabad, Srinagar, Bhadrak and Chennai have also obtained NABH accreditation. 5 more peripheral institutes are in process of acquiring this accreditation. And a GMP certified drug manufacturing unit has been established at NRIUM-SD Hyderabad. And recently, one more drug manufacturing unit has been set up at RIUM Chennai. So one of the drug testing laboratory for analysis of ASU drugs have been established at RIUM Chennai and is in process of establishment at DSRI Ghaziabad as well. The NABL accreditation of the laboratories at NRIUM-SD Hyderabad and RIUM Chennai is in process. So our DG sir explained in detail what we are doing in international cooperation. So we are there in Iran, we are there in Tajikistan, we are there in Bangladesh, and we are there in South Africa through a way of signing agreements and MOUs. So looking at the WHO related initiatives, Council officers are participating in working group meetings for developing benchmarks for training and practice in Unani medicine, which have been published by WHO, and developing benchmarks for international Unani terminology, which is in the still process, and inclusion of Unani morbidity codes in ICD-11 ASU-TM chapter. So WHO representation also occurs in the conferences which this council organizes, and we have, as earlier informed, published standard Unani terminologies also. So these are the recently published WHO benchmarks, which has been brought out under the PCA signed between WHO and Ministry of Ayush. So these are basically giving minimum requirements criteria for establishing training of Unani medicine in WHO member states. So this is like paving way for globalization of Unani medicine in more systematic way and providing guidelines. So it is providing information on types of training, including training requirements for Unani medicine practitioners and associate Unani medicine service providers. And it provides content and structures for different training, different level of training programs. Similarly, this is the benchmarks for the practice of Unani medicines. It provides minimum reference standards for safety and quality of Unani medicine practice, It provides information related to various levels of practices in Unani medicine and describes the different categories of Unani health service providers, infrastructure requirement, presence relevant requirements on practice of Unani health interventions and health products and medical devices used in Unani medicine practice, emphasizes key elements for the safe practices of Unani medicine, and presents the requirements and relevant consideration of regulatory, legal, and ethical aspects of Unani medicine practice, and suggests the process for management of health data. So this document is going to be very useful. So our DG sir mentioned about this, and our special guest Devendra Triguna ji also mentioned about this center. So this is the first and only global outpost center for traditional medicine across the world, as it will emerge as an international hub of global wellness. This is an initiative under the visionary vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shree Narendra Modi ji, and a very proud moment for all of us. So CCRM also played active role during COVID-19 pandemic, and we conducted various research as per the mandate provided by Ministry of Ayush, and our DG sir has highlighted in his talk. We had also brought out advisories like other system, Unani medicine-based diet and lifestyle guidelines for promoting immunity, Unani medicine-based preventive measures, guidelines for Unani practitioners for COVID-19 patients in home isolation. Then Ayush Sanjeevani app also had a component of Unani prophylactic measures, that there was a COVID helpline also. Then sir has just mentioned that we participated actively in Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We were also engaged in distribution of Ayush 64 medicine. So we participated in all the activities of immunoboosting and prophylactic measures. So these are some of our recent publications released on Unani Day. So we also bring out journals, two journals. One is Hippocratic Journal of Unani Medicine and Jahanati. Both journals are included in UGC Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics. In fact, it was under the guidance of our DG sir only that we initiated this, and we got this. Our council was the first one to include these journals in UGC Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics list under Unani stream. So this is also our first ever initiative. Our Director General sir has guided us, as we are talking about handy information on the availability on the mobile. So we developed CCRU maps on single Unani drugs, which were released on Unani Day. So this we are thankful to our Director General sir, who motivated us to develop these apps, and these were released. And another app is on Unani treatment guidelines. This also has been released, and both of them are available on Android as well as on iOS. These provide handy information, and I'm sure this will be helpful for all Unani professionals at national and international level. So we have also developed this app for Know Your Temperament, as all of us are aware that temperament plays a very important role in making diagnosis, treating a patient, even the specific drugs have got temperament. So again, Director General sir had this vision that we do not have any handy app where, general public can immediately go and look for their temperament and get instant advice. So this app is also available where we can took a brief questionnaire and know our temperament. So we also released one ebook. This has been developed by our National Institute of Indian Medical Heritage, present at Hyderabad, which is functions under Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences. So there, under this institute, this has been developed. This is again an example of intra-Ayush linkages. So we had released these books during Unani Day, and they are handily available. This is one of the most prestigious and important book, The Canon of Medicine by Ibn Sina. Second book which we released was Kamulis Sana Tibbiya. This is also available as an ebook. This is a major work done again by National Institute of Indian Medical Heritage at Hyderabad. So let's quickly go through some recent initiative in infrastructure. So recently, Government Unani Medical College and Hospital at Gandhawar, Kashmir has been first batch of BMS course has been inaugurated by our Honorable Minister. Our DG sir was also present there. So then this is our Rarayum Mumbai combined building with homeopathy, which has been very recently again inaugurated by our Honorable Minister, sir. This is construction of pharmacy block at Rarayum, Chennai. And this is our Regional Research Institute of Unani Medicine at Silchar, which is very soon will be inaugurated and will be functioning. Then this is our satellite campus at N.A Qasmi. This is a 200-bedded hospital, academic building for higher education and research. So we have robust infrastructure available and we are moving ahead. So looking at Ayush Wellness Centers, which is again under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, under Ayushman Bharat scheme, and we suggest to deliver expanded range of comprehensive primary health care. So what we have done, we have, our officers have done training as master trainers in Unani on Ayush Health and Wellness Center, and we have published guidelines for community health officers for Unani, and that is available on the website of ministry. And we also conducted 2-day training program for all the community health officers of Unani from all over India. So we are also actively engaged in pharmacovigilance program, and these are carried out through of 10 designated peripheral pharmacological centers, and our officers working over there have got certificate of appreciation from ministry. And then this is under the Center of Excellence scheme. So RRIM Srinagar, one of our peripheral institute, has been awarded a project for developing it, the Center for Ilaj with Tadbir, which is regimental therapy. And we have also given, ministry has also provided support to Jamia Hamdard to develop Center of Excellence of Unani Medicine in Pharmacognosy and Pharmacology. So these are some of the institutes which have already been developed under Center of Excellence scheme. We are also in mainstream print media, so we are more active now. We publish articles in various public magazines so that we can reach out to people. These are some of the examples. So we are in news, English, Hindi, Urdu, and then we are also in social media on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. This has also been initiated by our Director General, sir. We have well managed these handles, social media handles. And then I'll quickly go through some glimpses of some important landmarks event. This is the inauguration of the BMS course at Gandhawar College. You can see our Honorable Union Cabinet Minister, just to show that what kind of patronage and hand-holding we have got at all level. He also visited our institute at Srinagar, and he encouraged us all. And then this is respected Secretary Sir along with the Honorable Minister, showing him the various publication of Unani published. And he was kind enough to visit our center at headquarters. This RDG Sir showing him various facilities at the CCRM headquarters. This is our floor where Unani officers are sitting. Then Unani Day, I'm sure all of you are aware, it is one of the most sought after event, which is celebrated with full glory and glory. And you can see that we always have the blessings of the ministers and the seniors at the ministry during these event. Unani Day 2021, Unani Day 2020, 2019, just to show, you know, what kind of patronage and hand-holding we get. This is unveiling foundation stone of N.A Qasmi. Then this is the which our respected DG sir were mentioning, visit of our respected secretary, Whether Rajesh Kuteja ji and our Director General sir to Iran, where they had very good interactions and an MOM was signed, and there was very good discussions which were held here. Then a delegation visiting our council and from UK, and our DG sir welcoming them. This is the upgradation of our institute, which is in Hyderabad, as our Dr. Rajiv Rai sir was mentioning. This is National Research Institute of Unani Medicine for Skin Disorders, which is a specialized institute for vitiligo and psoriasis and other skin disorders at Hyderabad. This has been upgraded from Central to National Research Institute, and this has been inaugurated. Then again, a team from WHO visiting our institute at Literary Institute. Then this is working group meeting. Again, this is inauguration of Unani Medical Center at Safdarjung Hospital. The then Honorable President of India is inaugurating the Ayush Wellness Clinic and Center. So to conclude, WHO acknowledges the contribution of TNCM to health, wellness, people-centered healthcare, and universal health coverage, and seeks to bring traditional medicine into the mainstream of healthcare appropriately, effectively, and above all safely. And traditional medicine can play a pivotal role in promoting health and wellness and achieve the SDG Goal 3, which is for good health and well-being. Being the world leader in Unani medicine, India can support and do experience sharing with other countries for development of Unani medicine. So in other words, what our special guest and our chief guest was saying, now India can, take out whatever strides we have made in Unani medicine to other member states and other countries. And academia, researchers, and industry can move together for promoting and propagating Unani medicine at national and international level. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Ghazala, for a very elaborate and a detailed presentation on the current scenario and the prospects, and what we never knew that these kind of things are obviously happening, such at a different scale, at an international, national, and international level. I think this is really a very good presentation, and combining all the speakers, dignitaries who have spoken, I don't think that people would have much to talk about. And I can find one or two questions which the delegates have asked. I think one is basically on which all countries recognized Unani system of medicine as a medical system. So if Dr. Ghazala or maybe our chief guest can answer.
Sir is here.
I think sir is here. If you can elaborate on that.
So yeah, just as was mentioned by our DG sir and Dr. Qasmi sir also, Unani medicine is recognized in South Africa. We have deputed one chair here. From Bangladesh also, chair is there, and Sri Lanka also. And many and few other countries where following the modalities which are available, a Unani practitioner can register and practice over there.
Right. Okay, great. I think there's just another question which one of the delegates suggested, that there are many other aims which are being opened now. So what is the scenario, or what is the situation? How do you see that, if any of the aims would have a Unani center in it? Do we see something happening in near future in any of the aims which are opening up? Dr. Ghazala, or maybe Dr. Qasmi? Dr. Ghazala, if you can answer, please.
So, like, if you are specifically asking for aims.
Yes, there's a question for aims.
So, I think like we are there in Safdarjung Hospital, and if Dr. Qasmi will confirm what I'm saying, in AIMS Jhajjar, we have one officer posting over there, and he's working for Unani system of medicine. So there's always a component of Unani medicine, like our special guests were mentioning, whether they त्रिगुणा जी के जहाँ आयुर्वेदा जाता है वहाँ यूनानी साथ में जाता है. It's like our big brother. Right. The Unani component is always there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I think now, if our chair or co-chair, maybe Dr. Rajiv Rai or maybe Dr. Joshi, if you have any question to ask from the either Dr. Qasmi or Professor Khan or Dr. Ghazala.
So I was expecting that the questions will be more from the attendees because the seminar or webinar is for the benefit of the attendees only. So better if they can have more and more questions, so that interactive session will be there and they will get benefited in terms of knowledge also. From my side, only question will be that if we are going to, it will be a suggestion only that in regulatory perspective, if we are going to have the approval of Unani system in different country, certainly it is going to generate more prospects for the business and for the different other aspects of the business for the Unani medicine. Just having the MOU and one-to-one agreement with different countries is not going to help a lot, because we are facing this kind of problem with the Ayurveda medicine also. So recognition as a Unani medicine by different countries is going to help a lot for the generation of prospects globally. And another thing, I got to know that a lot of things are required to be done on domestic front also. Still, the situation is required to be improved for the availability and quality control and for the standardization of the Unani medicine. So it's a kind of suggestion only. And I will offer this question call to Dr. Joshi also. If he is having some question, he may put here. Dr. Joshi, please.
I think Dr. Joshi I think it's some connection problem. So he has to fly also to some other place. So I think I can't find him here. But regarding the questions you said, Dr. Rajiv, I think most of the kind of discussions we had and the kind of deliberation and presentations we had today. So I think most of the people may have got the clarification on different aspects, as far as we understand.
Yeah.
Gee. Right. So I think we don't have any other question as such. So Dr. Rai, I think shall we ask for a final comment from your side? Final concluding
my
remarks
final
and a vote of
comment.
thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nasir. First of all, I would like to thank all the eminent speakers and the guests which were there on this platform, and despite being very busy, they spared their time to attend this seminar. I would like to offer my thanks to attendees also. And especially, I would like to offer my thanks to Triguna ji, Professor Asim Ali ji, Dr. Qasmi, Dr. Khalid, Dr. Ghazala, Dr. Joshi, and special thanks to Multani ji and the PHDCCI team also. And my only comment will be there. In fact, if we really want to promote the prospects of the Unani medicine globally, we have to do more agreements and more recognition of this kind of medicine or therapy, or you can say the system of traditional medicine by different other countries. Then only we are going to have the better prospects globally. Simultaneously, we need to develop the standard quality control and availability of the medicine on domestic front also. This is going to support and generate a lot of faith and you can say the economy in this system. So these are my final comments, and thanks once again to all the attendees and the guests and dignitaries who have attended this seminar today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rai. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Qasmi, Dr. Ghazala, and our special thanks to our Professor Asim Ali Khan Sahab for joining us and making this possible to make this webinar a successful one. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.